Hi everybody, this is Yashwant. I'm here to give a tech talk presentation about PHP server-side scripting language. Before going to the server-side scripting language, like first know about the what is the what is the PHP stands for. PHP stands for the Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP is a server-side scripting language commonly used for web development. It is an open source and can be embedded into HTML. And here the to understand the user sorry to understand the PHP, here is an example. Here the first user will go into the web server, and then from the web server here the PHP is intermediate between the web server and file. Through the request, here the PHP interpreter can go into this, and then here there is a database. Through the query, the query is the through the query the data is retrieved, and then here the mail server. And this is about the simple understanding about a PHP, that is nothing but hypertext preprocessor. And there is some PHP features. PHP supports a wide range of databases including MySQL, PostgreSQL and SQLite. It is compatible with all major operating systems like Windows, Linux and Mac OS. PHP is easy to learn and has a large community of developers. There are the features of PHP. It is simplicity, and it is a fast, cross-platform, efficient, security and object-oriented, and it is a active community support. There is a simple syntax of the PHP. Uh, Here is an syntax is like less than and question mark, and this is about the opening PH tag, and there is a some content right PHP, and here is a output one or more string, and here we are inputting the writing some string format is like uh, you can write your name or anything. Here we are taking an example like hello world, and which should be quoted double, which is double highlighted in the double quotes. And here is an end of statement. To declare that you are have ended the statement, you use the this semicolon, and then we have to close the PHP tag through like a question mark and a greater than symbol. And this is a basic syntax for the uh, PHP. PHP code is enclosed with a less than question PHP uh, question mark greater than tags. PHP end with a semicolon. PHP variables start with a dollar sign. And let's go into the PHP data types. PHP supports various data types such as strings, integers, floats, and arrays and booleans. Variables in PHP do not need to be declared with a specific data type. And here there is a PHP data types which is divided into three types. That is scalar types, compound types, and special types. Scalar type is like simple data types like boolean, integer, float, and string. And there is a compound types like we have to use more than one value, so we use like array or object. And there is another special types in the PHP data types, that is a resource and null. We have to know about that. PHP automatically converts data types when necessary. And there is a control structures in PHP like we know that there are conditional statements like if else statements, and we use some loops in programming language like for loop and while loop. And there is here it is, and also included is a do while loop. And there is switch statements. Conditional statements in PHP are similar to other programming languages. Control structures helps in decision making and looping within PHP scripts. And here there is an example. Let's start with, if the condition is yes or no. If the condition is yes, then we execute the if block of code, and if the condition of no, then we use execute a else block of code. This is a decision making of a state of a code. Then after completion of the execution of if or else block, then we uh, execute the code outside if block. And there is a functions in PHP. Functions in PHP allows code for reusability and modularity. uh, let's understand some what is a functions. Functions are a group of statements that you can execute as a single unit. Function definitions are the lines of code that make up a function. Like if you we familiar about the modules. So if you want to execute the plenty of bunch of codes, we use some modules concept. Then we execute some operation in different modules and combine those modules by importing the modules like in Python. So like same as we are use functions in in one program. Like we will declare some name of the function and we use some logics in it. We write the logics in it, then we will lastly we call the function when it is required the to execute to a discipline output or another. Like PHP also has a built-in functions like a string length for string length. Like we have to know about the what is the size of the string, and array pop function for remove the last element of an array. Like and developers can also create custom functions in PHP. And PHP security. In every we use a security ECS security for most preference. So PHP has a built-in features for data validation and sanitization to prevent security vulnerabilities. Developers should be cautious with user input to prevent SQL injection and cross-site scripting attacks. Using secure coding practices and frameworks like Laravel can enhance a PHP application's security. And there is some of the frameworks in the PHP. Here is that the Falcon, Laravel, E framework, and Cake PHP, and ZF, that is Zero frameworks, Code Igniter, Symfony, and Fat Free framework. Uh, but in among these all, we use popular PHP frameworks are like Laravel and Symfony and Code Igniter. And there's a framework provided a structured way to build web applications using PHP. They offer features like MVC architecture, routing, and database ORM. And we know that in every programming language or any we use there are some inbuilt libraries in it. The PHP libraries like Gozal for HTTP requests and PHP mailer for emails handling and PHP unit for the testing are widely used. Libraries can help in extending the functionality of PHP applications. Developers can include libraries using Composer dependency managed for PHP. PHP performance optimization. Uh, there are some caching techniques like opcode caching and data caching can improve PHP application performance. Uh, there is a minifying combining CSS and JavaScript files can reduce load times. Profiling tools like Xdebug help in identifying performance bottlenecks in PHP code. And this is about the PHP. Let's go on to some of the conclusion is about it. PHP, we know that is a versatile server-side scripting language. PHP nothing stands for the hypertext preprocessor, and it is widely used for building dynamic websites and web applications and APIs. API is nothing but the application programming interface. If we use a web development concept, we'll definitely use the PHP concept to for the user interface and for security systems, and some there are some inbuilt libraries which will help to build an website, web applications which to engage the user in much more. There is an strong community support is also. There are some features like a security purpose or maybe the strong community support. Most of the developers we use the PHP concept also. Concept updates and community support make a PHP a reliable choice for developers. And this is about the PHP. Why a PHP server-side scripting language used for web development? Because of the features, because of their libraries, because of their advantages in using the building the web application and websites. So we use this PHP server-side scripting language for the development. Thank you.